just how much God's love has changed my life. So, before I came to college, my life was pretty simple. I went to a Baptist church and a school, and I had a very loving family. I accepted Christ at the age of 6 after Sunday school, where I heard about how Jesus had died on the cross to take away my sins and take me up to heaven. Despite that, I had a very, very, very difficult time believing that God loved me. When I came to Drexel my freshman year, I was really homesick. My family and my best friend were in California, and I was pretty much on my own. And I sincerely thought about transferring. But I had an uncle in New York City who let me stay over on the weekends and really encouraged me to stay for a year. And he became my rock and support. I knew that if I were to stay in Philly that I wanted to find a church, and so I found GCC through Drexel's intro night. The members of GCC seemed odd, weird, and strangely outgoing. My first impression of the GCC members was an older brother who is really weird, and you're thinking, Kate, that describes every single brother here at GCC. Yeah, he liked ponies. Like, I know. That was my first impression. But besides that, GCC members had a joy that I knew only God's love could give, but I still had a very hard time believing that Jesus loved me. When I went home the winter term of the winter break of my freshman year, my world was shattered. I found out that my uncle, my loving uncle, had abused my cousins. And I was told that I could not see him again. My heart broke at this revelation. The next week, the day after Christmas, my parents sat me and my brothers down on a park bench. And my mom told us, your dad and I are getting a divorce. If possible, my heart broke just a little bit more. And it felt like this wasn't my life. A week later, my best friend stopped talking to me completely. In 3 weeks, I lost everything. I had never felt so alone. My world was going into a downward spiral. There was nothing I could do. When I got back to Philly, I was really depressed. Every day, I woke up feeling empty and scared. I wrestled with the idea of not going to church. But something inside of me pushed me to go. And looking back, I'm so thankful that I went. The message that I heard my first week back was entitled, Why God? And it was about the prophet Habakkuk asking God the same question that I was asking. Why were all these terrible things happening? Don't you love me? And you know what? God used that message to tell me that even though these things were happening, he was still in control. And all he wanted was to love and carry me through. I had lost my safety net, my family, my uncle, my best friend, and with nothing left to catch me, I fell into Jesus' loving arms and gave my life to him again. I felt his love covering me and his hand holding mine as I walked through the storm. In Lamentations 3:22 through 23 it says, The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. To be honest, accepting my circumstances wasn't easy. I was depressed for 8 months, and I still struggle with the effects. But the burdens and heartaches that I went to were blessings in disguise. As the song said this morning, he turned my tears of sadness into such joy and gladness. Without those circumstances, I would never have felt his love, and I would not be standing here today. With his grace, I overcame my depression. I forgave my uncle. I mended my relationship with my parents. I met a sister here at GCC who became my best friend. I found a family here at GCC, and I'm so thankful. Since last year, God has shown me just how unending and unchangeable his love is for me. He has given me grace to live day by day and new mercies for every morning.